Hey there. Just for you to know, I am not a native speaker. I am here just for practice. Okay. Fluent Forever: How to learn any language fast and never forget it. Um. Okay. Let's keep on reading. Do this now. Learn your language sound system. It doesn't necessarily take much time to learn a language sound system. If you're learning a language like Spanish, you can listen to a few recordings and look at a few examples of each spelling in your language and move on to vocabulary. If you're learning Arabic, you have a bit more work to do. But work is too strong a word. I find that working with sound is deeply satisfying and and fun. And I don't believe that's just because I'm a singer. I am reading. Okay, it's not me. I think it's the other way around. Sound is the way we connect our thoughts to our bodies. We see an eagle in the sky, we turn to a companion, and our tongue flies up and forward. Our lips fly open and our vocal cords engage. Eagle. To paraphrase Rousseau, when we learn an accent, we are taking on the soul of that language. This isn't work; it's communion. Let's get communing. In the back of this book, you will find a gallery. There you will learn how to make pronunciation flashcards, but the extent to which we'll use them, or whether you'll use them at all, depends upon which path you choose. There are two basic paths through pronunciation: the standard route and the off-road route. And the standard route uses published resources. Either a grammar book with a CD or a special book, a CD combo dedicated exclusively to pronunciation. If your grammar book comes with recordings, it likely contains a series of pronunciation lessons scattered through the book. Ignore all the vocabulary and grammar in your book and jump to each pronunciation section. There, listen to mimic the recordings and move on to the next pronunciation lesson until you are done. If your grammar book is the text only, then consider buying a dedicated pronunciation book with CD and working through it from cover to cover. If you need help remembering a given sound or spelling, then you can pick and choose whichever flashcards you need from the gallery. The off-road route takes the tools we've found. Minimal pair test for ear training, the EPA for mouth instructions, and our SRS for getting it all into our heads, and builds a pronunciation trainer out of them. These trainers test your ears until you can hear your new language sounds, connect those sounds to the spelling patterns in your language, and dump that information into your head through your SRS. I've tried to make your job easier by doing as much of the ground work as possible and creating trainers as fast as I can in as many languages as I can. If I've done one of your language, then grab it. These trainers are cheaper than the pronunciation guidebook, and they should do a much better and faster job than the standard route. If you use this, you won't need to make any flashcards now. Just download them, install them, and within a few weeks, you have pronunciation mastered. If I haven't done your language, or if you prefer to do things yourself, then jump to the first gallery. There I will show you how to make your own pronunciation trainer in a few hours. You will use a combination of resources. A quick tour of the pronunciation tool sheet. Well, it's kind of boring, this. Sorry, I will just minutes. Okay, this is getting worse, boring. I don't know. Maybe I'm just so tired. I know. A hint of Hero Spike. Rhino Spike. Yeah, right. Rhino Spike. It's a handy website for native speaker recordings. You submit a text and someone will record it for you. So, few sites to take into account. Okay, let's see. Realspike.com, it's one. Fluent Forever, yeah, we already know that. With dictionary, yes, of course. Online dictionaries, YouTube, Foreign Service Institute, paid resources, so many. Okay, wordplay and the symphony of a word. Okay, on the surface, words are simple. We point to a facile animal and name it dog. Okay, and so a word begins. But this is just a fragment of a story. In the last chapter, we learned how to hear a language sounds, but I haven't yet learned to hear its music. And we need to, because we are aiming for fluency. We want to speak our minds without thinking about grammar or translations, and the key to this ability lies beneath the surface of every word. There, if we learn how to listen, we will hear a quiet symphony. In this chapter, you'll find the tools you need to hear this symphony. These tools will teach you what the French think of when they picture déjeuner, lunch, and give you the bare grammatical necessities to talk about déjeuner when you are ready. We'll discuss which words to learn first and how to learn them easily. We'll learn how to skip translating and think in new language from the very beginning. So what's hiding beneath the surface of words? A word in your brain contains within it every neuronal pattern it's ever connected. Oh, I love this. Sorry, but I just love your science, and I just love this. Your dog, okay, contains a fragment of every dog you have ever seen, heard, or read about. I love this, guys. This is brilliant. I think about this all the time. It's shaped by thousands of experiences that you and I have never shared. And yet we can talk about dog, and our brains light up in mostly the same way. Words are, after all, our communal brain. As a group, we point at things and say corresponding words until our minds and brains tune to each other. Okay. Orchestra of minds so immense that the violist in Los Angeles can't possibly hear the violist in Pennsylvania, and yet here we are playing in perfect harmony and perfect rhythm, all the same. It is an impossible thing, word, and it's not if the chords we play are simple. They contain thousands of notes, connecting sounds and spelling to meaning and grammar. The grammar provides lowest notes. You and I would never talk about a dog or dog, and as we may talk about an elephant or bear. This is the grammar of a dog, and it vibrates in our skulls, and flowing sustained tone from the cello section. Wow. I love this. Sound and spelling are playing too naturally. They are probably in the wood mines, and they tell us to write DOGS, dogs, and say dogs without a second thought as to why. Meaning serves as the melody, okay, and it is no simple ditty. It's cacophony of images, stories, and associated words. I can point a little yappy ball of fur and say dog, and you will agree, yes, and you will say that's a dog. I can then point to the giant Great Dane and say dog, and you will say still agree. I can even say things like I can remarkable display of dogged determination. He won the race, and you will still understand even in the absence of actual dogs in our story. Beyond 20 or so dog definitions, there is a multitude of kindred words. When dog enters your brain, 1,000 of these words spring to the ready, and then 10,000 unrelated words recall in retreat. A dog barks. but it doesn't yell or shoot. You can pursue someone dogly. Well, it's getting bizarre here, you know. But you usually don't dogly eat a sandwich. Okay, well, I get it. Words are go together automatically, and you instinctively know which ones fit and which ones don't. All the pieces, the bits of grammar, sounds, spellings, meanings, and the connected words are contained within the immense symphony known as dog. Ta-da! And the moment I tell you that Savaka is the Russian word for dog, that whole symphony collapses. Okay, that's great. It's so funny. Collapses into a single, out of tune horn solo. Swam. Well, guys, I leave you with this. So funny.